In a quiet suburban town, John, a seemingly devoted husband, lived with his wife Lisa and her young daughter Emily. From the outside, they appeared to be the perfect family, but dark secrets lurked behind closed doors. John's obsessive nature, once hidden, began to unravel, threatening to destroy everything. As the lines between love and madness blurred, Emily slowly uncovered the chilling truth about her stepfather. Could she act before it was too late? It was a peaceful morning, the sun casting soft light through the curtains of their modest home. Lisa was in the kitchen, humming as she prepared breakfast. She loved mornings like these, simple, warm, and full of life. John sat at the table, sipping his coffee with a calm smile, glancing at Emily, who was flipping through her phone, lost in her own world. To anyone watching, they looked like a normal, happy family. But beneath John's smile was something dark, something unsettling. Over the past few months, his feelings had changed, not for his wife, but for Emily. He tried to shake the thoughts away, but they kept coming back, stronger each day. Lisa noticed the small changes in John. He had become more distant, colder even, but she dismissed it as stress from work. Little did she know, her life would soon spiral into a nightmare. John's obsession with Emily grew stronger, filling him with feelings he knew were wrong. He felt guilty but couldn't stop himself from wanting her. Every moment he spent near her made his thoughts darker. Emily didn't realize what was happening and focused on her new life at college. John started to plant doubts in her mind about Lisa, saying things that made her question her mother. He convinced himself that if Lisa were gone, Emily might look at him differently. It was crazy, but it seemed like his only way out. John's plan began slowly. He started poisoning Lisa in small, undetectable doses. Every evening, he would carefully lace her food or drink with poison. Lisa didn't notice at first, chalking up her nausea and fatigue to stress or the flu. John watched her health decline with twisted satisfaction. Emily grew concerned as her mother's condition worsened. Lisa began to look pale and frail, spending more time in bed than out. Doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong, but John played the role of the worried husband, all while silently waiting for his plan to succeed. The more Lisa suffered, the closer John tried to get to Emily. He comforted her, told her how much they needed each other. Emily, still grieving for her mother, leaned on him, unaware that the man she trusted was the one slowly killing her mother. Weeks passed, and Lisa's health continued to deteriorate. Her once vibrant energy had vanished, replaced by weakness and pain. She trusted John with her life, but little did she know, every meal, every sip, was bringing her closer to death. John, growing impatient, increased the dosage. Lisa's body couldn't take it anymore. One night, after a particularly painful evening, Lisa didn't wake up. John played his part well, calling 911, feigning shock, and comforting Emily, who was devastated by her mother's sudden death. The community mourned with them, praising John for his strength during such a difficult time. But behind closed doors, John was already moving forward with his twisted fantasy. He was free, and now, he believed, Emily would be his. John didn't waste time. Barely out of mourning, he began pursuing Emily in a way that made her uncomfortable. He tried to turn their grief into something more, telling her how much he cared for her, how he felt they were meant to be together. Emily, shocked and disturbed, rejected him outright. The man who had been like a father figure to her was now someone she didn't recognize. She distanced herself from John, but something nagged at her: the way her mother had died, John's strange behavior, and the odd comments he had made over the past few months. She couldn't shake the feeling that something was horribly wrong. Emily's suspicions grew, and she reached out to a close family friend, someone who had always been a little wary of John. Together, they began looking into Lisa's death. They requested an investigation, leading authorities to re-examine the case. What they discovered was horrifying. Lisa had been poisoned over a period of time. The toxicology report confirmed what Emily feared the most: her mother's death wasn't natural, and the person responsible had been living under the same roof. John was arrested and, under pressure, confessed to the crime. His obsession with Emily had driven him to kill Lisa, believing that without her, he could manipulate Emily into a relationship. His confession sent shockwaves through the town, and Emily was left shattered. Not only had she lost her mother, but she had been preyed upon by the man she had trusted most. John was sentenced to life in prison, but the damage he had caused would last a lifetime. Emily, haunted by the betrayal and the loss of her mother, struggled to pick up the pieces of her life. The once loving home she had known was now a place of nightmares, and it would take years for her to heal from the trauma. His true crime story serves as a chilling reminder of how obsession can turn into something deadly. A family once whole was destroyed by the twisted desires of one man who couldn't control his dark urges. In the end, justice was served, but the emotional scars would remain forever.